All right, welcome back to the Onebar and Lupagus show. I'm Onebar with Lupagus. It is draft week, so it's time to take a peek into maybe some not so favorable scenarios. We're going to look at potential Vikings nightmare scenarios.
You ever had a wet nightmare before?
Nope.
Me neither.
I don't know if those
But it'd be a nightmare if you guys are watching this and are not subscribers. So hit that button. Boop, do it right now. And it's draft week. I'm feeling selfish, so I'm going to go ahead and start.
All right, let's hear it.
Picture this scenario. You're watching the draft. Damn it. Patriots. They took a quarterback. Shit. Well, all right, there's still hope. Cardinals pick. All of a sudden, the Chargers are on the clock. Starts ticking down with 4 minutes left. The helmet changes. You see the trade thing? And it's the fucking Giants. It is the Giants logo. It is not the Vikings logo. Vikings get jumped. They cannot get a top quarterback because J.J. McCarthy goes to the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the biggest nightmare is just waiting right till the end, not even just knowing, and to be sniped would be very, very bad because we know damn well the Vikings are trying to get that quarterback. We know they want him, so they wouldn't even be able to backtrack and be like, hey, we just, our guy wasn't there. We didn't want blah, blah, blah. Nightmare.
It would be. And after all these months of just assuming and thinking we're going to trade up to not have it happen, what a kick to the balls.
All right, I got another kick to the balls. Vikings got that big wait in rounds 2 and round 3. Finally, they get up at pick 108, and all of a sudden, the same thing. The helmet changes, and the Vikings trade back. You cannot trade back at 108. You have to take a player, best player available, fill a need. You cannot get cute with this and get more draft picks. All right, 108, there's still going to be some very good players on the board. Take them. We did it last year. We trade back out of 3. We trade back out of 4. We're getting all cute. And it did not work.
Yeah.
Hit your boy.
And you said it, like, there's going to be good players at the board. Look at the guard position, cornerback, receiver, potentially even running back, D-line. There's going to be some very good players who fill big needs for the Vikings available. Don't get cute. Don't trade back. That would be a goddamn catastrophe.
Well, even if it's not the player that we all want and love, at least it's a player we know they want at 108. It's like, just get your guy. Get him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Nightmare.
You could trade down maybe in the 5th, but I don't think you
I don't want to.
108. Oh my God. Let's stick with 108. Dane Brugler had a 7-round mock draft for the Vikings. It was disgusting. And at 108, his pick would be a nightmare to me. Taking the kicker, Cam Little from Arkansas at 108. The Vikings have huge needs at guard, huge needs on the D-line. You can take a fucking kicker at 108. Are you kidding me? In a draft where you're not going to pick for 100 picks, you're taking a kicker? That would be a nightmare to me.
Yeah, it'd almost be it'd be very arrogant. Like, if we were to take a kicker, it would be like, shame on you. I mean, who do you think you are? I mean, Cam Little, he's one of the best kickers in the draft, but it's like, who gives a shit? Like, those are for like 7th round undrafted, no other way around it. Yeah, that would be it would be very unnecessary.
It'd be horrifying.
All right, I got one. Vikings sticking and picking at 11. Not only that, like, they missed out on their quarterback, or they just didn't want to give up the compensation, and then they go the cornerback route. It was Peter Schrager's mock draft. He had us taking Arnold at 11. Again, we've said it, like, the value's probably there. They're probably worth that pick, but the Vikings to go corner in round 1, especially at 11, just doesn't seem like it has much teeth.
Doesn't have much teeth, and it doesn't really help the Vikings right now. A corner is not going to fix their defensive woes. They need someone up front. They need a stud. They need a dog up there who can, create pressure on his own, make some plays up front, which Vikings just don't do. So it needs to be someone on that D-line. It cannot be a cornerback. And it's nothing against Terry Arnold, Quinton Mitchell, whoever. Those are all great prospects, and maybe in a year where the Vikings defense is more settled, you can go that route. Not this year. And then my nightmare was the same thing, but following it up with Bo Nix at 23. I think that would be the worst case scenario for the Minnesota Vikings, which I think was Peter Schrager's mock. Like, he had a corner, and then he had Bo Nix at 23. Again, Bo Nix, I just don't think he's the guy. Like, I think he can be an adequate starter, probably be a long backup in the NFL, but I just don't see him being the guy, a guy who can win you football games on his own. He can maybe execute your system, but he's not going to go above and beyond that.
Yeah, my nightmare scenario for me is Bo Nix at any point in this draft. So,
wow,
that's how I feel about old Bo. I wish him well. My last one was just trading up to 3 and taking McCarthy over May. Like, to see that helmet change, like, I'm just so on the May train. It would be a little bit of a nightmare. I wouldn't be like, it'd be fine a little bit afterwards, but just the initial shock of like, holy shit, We went up to 3, and we probably have to give up, 3 first-rounders and change. And for it to be McCarthy, where maybe you could have stuck around at 4 or 5 and got him, I don't like it.
Yeah, the only thing that would be, I think, give me a little bit of reassurance is the Vikings got their guy after all their months of due diligence, studying these prospects. They took the one they wanted. I would have some solace, some comfort in that. But yeah, you're right. I would be expecting it to be May, and I've really been on the May train as well. I'm watching nothing but Drake May film analysis and highlights this week to get ready for our new quarterback. So if it's not him, it'll be a kick to the nuts.
All right, let us know your nightmare scenarios in the comments. We all have them. I want to hear them.
We do. And also remember this, the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie was released on November 16th, 1984.
Scary.